Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. Today, I think this is a pretty interesting topic. The First Lady of Nigeria comes for Black Americans. Now, this was all started by Meghan and Harry going over to Nigeria, making a big splash, a whole media sensation out of Meghan and Harry. The First Lady didn't get to meet them because it was not a political event. The Nigerian military apparently has more power than the president of Nigeria, and I'm going to tell you something else about that in a minute, because the Nigerian military invited them over there and gave them a great time, and then three powerful kings of Nigeria, that lets you know where the real power is in Nigeria. They came down to meet Meghan and made her a princess of Nigeria. And this First Lady of Nigeria couldn't do a doggone thing about it. So now she's giving a big speech to try to disparage Meghan and the rest of us Black Americans who have done nothing to this woman and have no intention of doing anything to her. So we don't even know why our names are in her mouth. But this is the headline. Nigeria's First Lady slams U.S. celebs after Meghan Markle visit. We don't accept nakedness. Well, since when? The First Lady of Nigeria has seemingly taken aim at Meghan Markle's choice of clothing following her and Prince Harry's recent trip to the country. The couple, who visited in their capacity as private citizens, spent 3 days in Nigeria celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games. Senator Oluremi Tinubu, so she's not only the president's wife, but apparently she has worked her way into the government, 6-3, made the comments celebrating her husband's first year in office and discussed her hopes for the modesty of Nigerian women and girls. Well, good luck with that. I doubt if they're paying any attention to you. She's just grandstanding as if she really cares about Nigerian women and girls. If they cared about those women and girls, they would protect them. Those girls would be able to go to school without being attacked and kidnapped. And they would build an economy where Nigerian women would be able to stay at home and make a decent living for themselves instead of going abroad doing God knows what. Okay? We'll leave it at that. She did so while slamming the nakedness of film stars from America, which could be more than a coincidence following the former Suits star's recent visit. Meghan Markle is not on film being naked, so she couldn't have been talking about Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle didn't get naked on Suits. Or if she did, somebody please let me know. This was seemingly clarified later in the speech when Meghan was explicitly named. The First Lady said Nigerian women and girls do not want to mimic and try to emulate film stars from America with their nakedness. Oh boy. The message here is we have to salvage our children. We see the way they dress, she said. So she's doing a us and they to create division, because there's no reason why Nigerians should be dressing like Americans. Don't they have their own style of dress? Don't they have their own culture? Aren't they proud of their culture? Why would she be concerned about them dressing like American film stars? And they really don't understand that the obsession that they have with America and Americans is unhealthy. The First Lady continued, they keep forgetting that Nigeria, we are beautiful. You can see what they showcase on the stage, I said. We are fashionable. We see what is going on. We are not having that Met Gala. And everyone, the nakedness is just everywhere, and the men are well clothed. So we have to do something. Tell them we don't accept nakedness in our culture. That is not beautiful. It's not beautiful at all. And they're all beautiful girls, but they should be confident in who they are. They do not want to mimic and try to emulate film stars from America. They don't know where they come from. See, that's how I know she's talking about Black Americans. That's what they always get on that. They don't know where they come from. They don't understand. We do know where we come from. Why did Meghan come here looking for Africa? That is something we have to take home with. We know who we are. Don't lose who you are. Meghan and Harry were invited to Nigeria. Maybe she didn't get the memo, but they were invited. The apparent swipe comes after Meghan claimed that she is 43% Nigerian and described the nation as my country. She made the revelation on her visit, where she expressed her joy at being able to learn more about her heritage. That's a political stunt, lady. Meghan wasn't concerned at all about being no Nigerian when she thought she was going to be able to fit into that British royal family, because some people were talking about her looking into her Maltese roots and her Irish roots. She wasn't interested in Africa until she got rejected in England. So this is a political stunt, and Prince Harry is pulling the strings behind the scenes. He knows that this is the best way to solidify his freedom from the royal family and to also connect his family with Nigeria, which is the most populous country in Africa, and they're rich. Because again, does anybody really believe Meghan Markle is 43% Nigerian? And the reason I say that is because African Americans are mixed with a number of African nations and tribes. And what also has to be pointed out is, according to geneticists, the people who actually study this, Black American descendants of slavery who came out of Africa on slave ships are not just connected to West Africa. We have what they call ancient DNA that connects us to other parts of Africa, North Africa, East Africa, and Central Africa, not just West Africa. So whereas she might be 43% African, it's not all Nigerian, I don't believe. But I believe they're doing that for purposes that, only they know. But they could be right. She could be 43% Nigerian and nothing else. But it was also said that Meghan's mother her ancestry is from Ghana mostly. And so Ghana has now invited them to come. And other African countries are going to invite them because the African countries are sick of that British royal family and that Commonwealth. So I think they're doing things to let William and Charles and all the rest of them know, y'all don't tell us what to do. So I think it's a brilliant stroke for the African countries. But Meghan, you believe much of that as you want to. Now let me quickly add that I'm glad Meghan is making the moves that she's making. But, Harry is pulling the strings. But when somebody tries to treat you like you're not even a human being, and you have some options to prove to them that I'm as much human and more than you are, I think you ought to play that card. And I think that's what she's doing. And as for the Africans, I really love the fact that the Africans are going against what the British royal family wants them to do, because they are sovereign countries and they don't need the British. So it's a win-win for Meghan and it's a win-win for Africa. Speaking at an event on women in leadership in the Nigerian capital of Abuja, Meghan said, "Never in a million years would I understand Nigeria as much as I do now." Well, yeah, because you weren't trying to understand it. And what has been echoed so much in the past day is, oh, We're not so surprised when we found out you are Nigerian. It is a compliment to you because what they define as a Nigerian woman is brave, resilient, courageous, beautiful. Well, I don't know who said that. But the First Lady, meanwhile, appeared to wait until after Meghan had left the country to criticize her apparent lack of clothing. Well, this woman is garbage. She has no class, and it's not hard to believe that she's jealous because she was pushed aside. As the First Lady of the country, she was pushed aside, and those kings' wives and those diplomats' wives were the ones that met with Meghan. So she's no doubt butthurt because she was ignored. But regardless of what this woman says, Meghan had a successful trip to Nigeria. From all indication, the people received her with love and kindness, and she accepted it. And look at her in this picture. They all seem pretty happy to me. So this is her with the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu. And I say that he doesn't have any control over the military because he tried to order his military into the neighboring country of Niger, and the military wouldn't go. And the reason the military wouldn't go was because Niger had not attacked them. So he's just a puppet president that's willing to fight other Africans for the Europeans, and his military wouldn't go. So good for the military. But anyway, this is the First Lady of Nigeria, and she has some things that she wants to say. She needs to mind her business and take care of her country because we're good over here. Okay, y'all, thank you for listening, and have a great day.